back on home ice. What's your message to your team with a chance to take your first lead in the championship series?
Yeah, I think the message won't change. It's all about making sure we're prepared to bring our game, like we talked about all year long. The biggest thing is, as individuals, you bring your game for our team game that we talk about, and be ready for it. I think we need a little bit more urgency at the start of the game. But for the focus for us again is just making sure our game is ready.
You mentioned the starts. Medicine Hat has scored in the first minute twice now.
Yeah.
What can you guys do from the jump to just
Well,
be dialed from?
again, I think just the urgency and then making sure we understand and being ready. I think both goals that we gave up was, for me, again, not being ready for their push, for their urgency. I think we have to come out with a lot more urgency at the start of the game.
We saw game 2 get a lot chippier, a lot more physical. How would you describe the temperature between the two teams right now?
I didn't think it was that bad. I thought it's just playoff hockey. I think there's been a lot more series, more physical, I think. I just think that's good playoff hockey, good battles. Nothing's been really cheap, a little bit of encouraging, scrums and all that, but you expect that in playoffs. I don't think anyone's crossed the line yet. I think it's just one of those things that you want to see some emotion in the game, and I think as we get deeper in the playoffs, you're going to see a lot more emotion.
What do you think it is about these two teams where they're able to just score in bunches very quickly?
Well, I think it's obviously they're built fairly similar. I think the personnel each team has, obviously with offense and defense that they have, I think they're able to create, both teams are able to create offense. So I think there's a lot of similarities between the two teams like that, and obviously the caliber of skill players that each team has. They're going to get opportunities. You're not going to shut them down all the time. You like to as a coach, but skill players will get their opportunities, and when they do, a lot of times they capitalize on it.
Do you think your group caught the Tigers off guard in game 2?
No, I don't think so. I think we understood game 1. I think the nerves are a big part of game 1 for us, the inexperience of playoff hockey. Obviously for our group, played a factor a little bit, but again, I thought game 1, Medicine Hat was a lot more ready than we were. I thought game 2, we were, besides the start of the game, I thought our game was a lot better 5-on-5.
What are you expecting Medicine Hat to bring tonight?
Again, I expect a lot of urgency out of their game. I don't think they're going to change anything. I think both clubs feel very comfortable how they've played each game, with a few adjustments here and there. I think you're going to see a lot of the same.
How effective has Sage been for your group through this playoff run? I think he's leading everyone right now in plus-minus.
Yeah, he's a big part of our team. Our back end's important to us. We've got some good size, some good mobility. He's the type of player that likes to be. He's an emotional player. He plays aggressive. He's a contact-first kind of guy, but he also does a very good job of moving the puck and making sure that he's, up in the play when he can. And he's done a very good job for us in these playoffs.
Do you see a bit of a change in mindset where you have players who maybe went undrafted and had to, grind that extra mile to get that?
Yeah, I think that's junior hockey. I think that's when you get to this stage right now where we are at our group, and there are some guys that have gone under the radar through scouting and stuff like that, but that's just how it is. Everybody at this level matures at different ages. It's not always going to be 17 and 18. It's great to see some of the 20-year-olds have the success they've had this year. Even our 19-year-olds that have gone undrafted maybe, but have been a big part of our what we've done this year. So that's junior hockey. So hopefully it opens up some avenues for these kids that have gone undrafted or unnoticed.
And I wanted to ask you about Owen Martin's role on the team, considering the amount of time he missed and the impact he's been able to have coming back.
Obviously, the biggest thing is the time he's missed. Obviously, he's missed an awful lot of time, but he came back and a little bit of a slow start, obviously because the guy's been playing, but as these playoffs have gone along, you could see his game, the maturity of his game picking up, and the way what he's capable of doing. You're seeing his game improve game now.
How do you describe his style of game?
I would say for me, he's got some great offense, hockey sense. He's a 200-foot player that understands his own zone. He understands to play without the puck, but also can be very creative offensively.
What made him deserving of the Players' Player Award?
I just think, one, the way he plays, the way he approaches the game. He plays the game honestly. I think that's respect in the players, but also the way he conducts himself off the ice with his teammates around the dressing room and what he's gone through with his injuries and all year and stuck with it. With being out that long, it can be frustrating. you know, he put the work in to get back to where he is now. And when you're a player and you see that, you can only respect that.